Now let's talk about love. Do you think love is enough in a relationship?
I don't think love is enough. I think the intention of loving somebody is enough, but there are other caveats that realistically we need to look at. Somebody may not have the capacity to love you according to your needs.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
What do you mean capacity?
There are people whose parents would say they love them, but then the kids may not be receiving that love according to the kids' needs. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like you might really love somebody according to your capacity of loving.
To love how you've grown up understanding love.
Yeah, but you may not have a certain skill set that gets to the other side of them feeling that they're loved.
That they're loved. So then what do you think gets two people to understand the kind of love they each want to receive?
Conversation. Yeah, and you talk about what you need and the other person figures out if they have that skill set or if they need to learn that skill set. I think it's a negotiation, which I think people need to start having that from home.
From home, like
parent
from the family setup.
Conversation, yeah. Because that's where you start negotiating love anyway.
Because I think people watu wanarukanga to that stage, and then you're like, okay, I'll have that conversation when I find someone.
Yeah, I think parents need to create that space with their children. I think we need to even as boldly as go as you sitting down with your children and asking them, do you feel loved? I might think I love you, but do you feel loved? Do you think there are certain things I need to do or improve in regards to how I'm parenting you? Right? I think that way, even psychologically and emotionally, it would also make the child think, what kind of a child am I?
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, because if you see the adult in the room trying to improve themselves, that teaches you something about the character you need to develop as a person to also improve yourself. Then it becomes symbiotic, and then that becomes the mode in which you negotiate relationships outside the home.
Most people, though, I don't know if they will ever have that chance to sit down with their parents or even their parents initiate that. If I don't have the chance to go back at home and reestablish what love means.
You start where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you start with the person next to you. You start, if you intend to be in relationships, romantic relationships, but even with friendships, we don't ask each other that. We just assume,
we
Martha
assume
knows I love her.
But Martha knows I love her.
Exactly. You've never asked
Martha, you know I love you, right? Yeah, but that's actually very true. We never ask.
We just assume.
We assume so many things in friendship. Oh my God. And then if you are intentional enough, then you can get to observe what your friend loves, what you can do to make your friend feel more loved in that relationship. But it also takes someone who is intentional.
Yeah, most of us are not very intentional with how we move around connection. We assume it's just going to happen just because this is my friend, this is my girlfriend, this is my parent, this is my child. We just assume. And
then we set expectations. As a person, I know I'm really good at knowing what gifts to get people because I really pay so much attention and observe. But there are people who are really, really bad at determining what kind of gift probably or something that they can get me as a person. Probably, let's say you've been my friend and it's my birthday and you have no idea the kind of thing I would treasure as a gift. Does that indicate that there is some gap in that person understanding you as your friend?
So do you like gifts?
I love gifts.
Exactly. So I am poor. I'm that person you explained.
No, but do you love gifts?
That's the part. Gifts are not the biggest thing for me. So we become good at what we perhaps need from people or like from people.
Yeah.
For example, I'm very good at acts of service. I'm extremely good at that. So when people show up that way in my life, I feel very happy. I feel very good. I tell my friends I'm very poor at doing dishes,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. But if you look at how I show up in my relationships. I really love offering service to people.
To people around
So
you and in your
perhaps if you're really good at gifting, then you really also like gifts.
Wait, I love gifts, but then people don't gift me enough, honestly. I gift people more than they gift me. It's a bit sad. Like, I understand, yeah, but I would also love, like, to be gifted. Like, I would love to, like, think that people also, like, you know, think of me the way I also think of them regularly.
Yeah, and that's the part I think for me we leave this to assumption that they're just automatically gonna see and it's gonna register to them. I think sometimes they may not because of maybe where they're coming from as a person, and this may not be the biggest thing to them, but they do love you. They would love to do these things. So that's why people need to talk. Like, you just have very gentle, honest conversation that, by the way, I'm into these kind of things, I'd really love it that I'd love to experience this from our connection as well.
Yeah, with time I'm coming to appreciate the need for that, because my friends, they come and ask, what did you have in mind as something that you would love as a gift for your birthday? And then I tell them I want a book, I want chocolates, I want like a painting. So yeah, people actually coming out to ask, it really helps a lot. Instead of like having to sit down and just figure out what will this person, especially if you're not good at it like me. Anyway, back to my question. So do you think love only is enough to sustain a relationship? And thinking in the current context, 2026?
Whether we start now or 1900, I think it goes back to the same thing.
Yeah.
People need more than just the intention of love.
Yeah.
I don't think in our dispensation, in how we define this love thing, I don't think that is all it takes. And somebody might also argue that it depends on our definition of what love is.
Before you even go ahead to use the concept, how do you define the concept of love?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think when you go to the standard definition of love is someone showing up for you, caring for you, good sex.
So that's romance in
romantic love. Yes.
That's the
someone being your person, quote unquote, in a relationship. Well, let's assume you have defined love and what love looks like. Apart from that, what are some of the other things that really truly sustain relationships?
Yeah, somebody's relationship with themselves is almost paramount to everything else. You might really love somebody, but then they are not in a very good connection with themselves. So they may not even have the capacity to receive this love that you have for them.
That's very true.
And that also means by design, they may not even be in a position to give back, So you must be at least conscious of what's going on to decide, am I gonna get into this thing with the reality that is?
Yeah.
Because many times we enter into these things with the projections of our imagination and assumptions that, Sindani is cute and she's sexy and she's a good conversationalist and, that means, and then we vibe, we have chemistry, so that means we are good for each other.
Yeah, that's enough. Hey, let me tell you, Maina. Hey, I have been a victim to that. This Nairobi.
It's not enough. We have to probe further. We have to probe further. And then the funny thing is, the more you probe, the more you get to the answer using simpler forms.
Yeah.
Because it's just having conversation and observing, okay.
And listening.
And a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that. Yeah. So love is not enough. That's my answer.